Deuce. It was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Play action. It's Jackson. That's complete to Mooney. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Now Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And he's able to take it across. Midfield before going out of bounds.
4 yards. First down, Bears.
First and 10, it's Jackson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, and on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Vikings nothing. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
They go play action here. Mon buying time to his left. And that is incomplete here.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 6 guys. Under 10, under 10, 10. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check, check. Roll ultra. Press 49, check 49, check 49.
Mon now off of play action. He'll dump this off to Cook. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Running for it, here's Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
36-yard line.
Off the play fake, Mon. Throw left side complete. That's McLaughlin. 7 yards, the pickup there. So, Charles, a nice throw there by a man who, until this week, was the backup here, elevated to get the start due to injury. How different do you think this offense will be?
Well, the hope is not much, but obviously it's hard to say until you get out there and see how your guys respond. Unfortunately, this might just be a 1 or 2 week absence. But I do think that this unit has faith in him. They believe that he can play well, and they're going to band together to give him every opportunity.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On first down, here's Mon. Flush to his right. They're going for Jefferson downfield. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
The 6-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
Check three.
They'll run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And it will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
These two teams all tied after 1.
7-7.
2nd and 6. They go play action with Jackson. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Jackson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that's complete to Sanders. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. They go play action now. Jackson. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Mond. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Williams coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Come on. Come on, D. Check 50. Check 50.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's McLaughlin. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 9. Now it's Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Play action. Now Jackson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Jackson on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On third down, Jackson. Forced out to his left. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mike 27, Mike 27. Let's get this. Hey, check Mike 27.
Back to the air, Mond. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this one is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Bond going to throw it. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
8 yards on the pickup.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Dancing to his left. First down and more for Jackson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
To throw is Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Manning. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. On is Santos for the Bears field goal.
Bears field goal of 29 yards.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Fields this way up at the 17. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Carlos Santos to kick off for Chicago.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
On 1st and 10, here's Mond. And this is Cook with the grab. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Cook.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
41-yard line.
Check white. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Check safety, check safety. Let's go.
They run again on 1st down, Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Man, I got you, man, I got you. Back, back, back.
Now Mond. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Jackson. That's complete to Mooney. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago.
Good job.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Viking 7. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. I got you. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 31. Check 31. Ready.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And taken right on the 30. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's got this down to the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Play action. It's Jackson. Just keeping the play alive. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And they will score. Pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Bears 31, Vikings 7. Cairo Santos.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Crunch time, defense. Mike 4, I'm coming for you. You mine.
6. On 2nd and 12, Mond. He finds his man, complete. It's McLaughlin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Check. You go tight. You got tight. You
Mond looks to throw on first down. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check Mike 27. Check.
From the 41, Mond. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
The Vikings on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Mond looks to throw. It's complete to Cook. Touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, CD, you know, with receivers, we talk about their speed, great hands. It's tough to quantify elusiveness, but they say he has great elusiveness, and he showed it right there with a run after the catch. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut this to a 17-point spread.
Vikings 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Quick strikeout wide by Jackson.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Bears on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Brings up 4th down.
39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Now a throw here to his running back. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
So they go play action here. Mond. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Tight end. 3 down, 3 down. 84. Who's got 84? Check 84. Check it, hot read. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Off the play fake, Mond. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here's Mon. They're going for it. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So it brings up 4th down.
Going for it with Sanders. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
A nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson eluding the pressure right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Push him back. Push him back.
They run with Sanders off the option. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game, as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Mon to the air on 1st and 10. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 6 there on 1st. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4.
Mike 27, Mike 27. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, check Mike 27.
Here's Mon. Got a man, Slayton. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bears' 45-yard line.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27.
Now back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mon. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Santos now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bears 41, Vikings 21. Cairo Santos.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Mon now off of play action. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept